follow one course until successful. That is now when I sat down and I wrote everything that I was supposed to do. I knew this and this and this and this. You can have so many, then you get so confused, you don't know where to start, how to start, who will help you, how was he doing this, because of course he's not telling you everything. Gosh. And I said, yes, God, you have talked to me through this man. And then also as I was seated there at home and crying, I don't know whether you people, you always check your environment. Like this room, maybe when you walked in, what did you see that can change your life? Maybe it is the way the ceiling is done. It could maybe this TV, or it could be and what I'm writing here, what I've written here, or it could be just something. Learn to pick things when you go somewhere that will change your life. When I was seated on my husband's seat, at home there's a place he always used to sit. So anytime I would be driving in, I would meet him seated there on Sundays. Even up to today, when I remember him in a certain outfit that he loved wearing so much, and his tracksuit. So every time when I'm driving home like this, sometimes I see his image. You can imagine after all those years, 19 years. And I swear, God, oi, help me, God. When I was seated there, and I want you to listen very carefully. It is actually in this book, if I'm not wrong. Yes, I think it is. That story is in this book. There is a bird that was sent by God to talk to me. Jen, I don't think you have ever heard of this. I know she's wondering, what is this Sarah is saying? She has never heard of some of these things. And when I was seated there, this bird was moving from the top of a tree. Our home has trees. I saw this bird come from up there. It was coming down. So I even stopped crying, and I stopped reading this book of Robert Kiyosaki, and I stopped reading the Bible. That time I was just crying, and then I see a bird coming up, coming down, up again, coming down, and I focused on that bird. That bird, I can say, was an angel sent by God. Why? It spoke to my heart. Imagine a bird with a very small brain. It talked to my heart. How did it talk to my heart? What it was doing, it was building its nest. And so I looked at it and I said, the nest is my life, my business, my children, and any other person who will come around me. Why? When I say any other person or any other situation which I face, it's because when it was doing that, it was going up and coming down, it was picking some dry grass. There are times it would go pick a grass, put on its beak, do like this, then drop it and pick another one. So what did I learn from that? There are certain things that will come to my life which are not important. So do what? Get rid of them. There are people, like that man who I told to move out of my office, will come to you to discourage you, to make you feel worthless and useless. You do what? Keep them away from you. And then, as it was building its nest, another bird came to distract it. Do you know what that bird did? It chased that bird away. It did what? To focus on building the nest. And I was like, Jesus, do you know I left everything? And I looked at this bird. It was going up, coming down, building. It would take time, then come back again, pick another. And it continued like that. And let me tell you, I learned so much from that bird. And even up to today, when I feel like I'm getting discouraged, I say, Sarah, remember the bird. Remember the bird. And really, that bird, even up to today, was a big, big blessing to me. And so that is why even like when sometimes you feel depressed, maybe even now, when you leave and you feel like you are getting depressed, you think of the story of the bird. Okay? So it was very determined, it was focused, you see, follow one course until success. So you see now when I was reading this is when I was saying, God, in fact, I'm reading this book and I can see the bird is focused on building its nest. It's not doing anything else. Distractions are coming, but it doesn't focus on those distractions. It just gets rid of them and continues building. So it was determined It was disciplined, you see. It was, yani, and I said, God, you have really talked to me.